Howdy, stranger. It's just me, the Masochist Masculist, and I'd like to welcome you to my humble abode. And to my crappy webcam. Yeah, with this crappy webcam, I shall create the greatest YouTube video of all time. Or not. It's my first time ever on YouTube. And my worst webcam. Well, my only webcam. Don't expect art. But I would like to apologize in advance. So, this comes out not the greatest quality. Consider this my apology. Well, stranger, I think I like you a little bit better as a friend than as a stranger. After all, that's kind of the definition of friend, isn't it? Somebody you like better than a stranger. But in order to not be a stranger to you, I think I should tell you a little bit about myself. So, let's start with the definition of a masochist masculist. So, let's start with masochism, shall we? Don't worry, talking about me, not you. I hope you're not in any pain. Anyway, the dictionary defines a masochist as one who gains gratification from pain, deprivation, and degradation inflicted or imposed on themselves, or one with the tendency to find pleasure in self-denial, submissiveness, etc. So, there you have it. Okay, this is as good a time as any to debunk a myth about masochism. A masochist isn't someone who'd enjoy, say, I'll just take an example out of thin air, a paper cut. A masochist is someone with the capacity to enjoy pain in some forms, not someone who will definitely enjoy pain in all forms. So, let us charge bravely onward to the world of masculism. Wikipedia really presents two different views on masculism. It defines masculism as political, cultural, and economic movements aimed at establishing and defending equal political, economic, and social rights and participation in society for men and boys. But it also defines masculism as anti-feminism and advocacy of male superiority and dominance. Wikipedia really can't make up its mind, and there's probably a reason for that. So what's that reason? Why does Wikipedia view masculism from two different vantage points? Probably because masculism has two different sides to it. There's progressive and there's conservative masculism. Progressive masculism focuses on the ways that men and women are similar. And when men don't have equal rights or treatment, it focuses on getting men that equal rights and that equal treatment. Conservative masculism, on the other hand, focuses on the ways men and women are different and on encouraging men and women to take complementary gender roles and sometimes even encourages male dominance. Any resemblance to gender inequity feminism is totally coincidental. I swear. No, it's not. The movements are a lot more similar than they give each other credit for. So what am I, you might ask? The answer is simple. Actually, it's not. I don't even know what I am. In fact, maybe masochist masculist is even a bit of a misnomer. I mean, progressive masculism closely mirrors a lot of my views on gender, but it overlaps with a lot of other movements too, so I really don't know how to label myself. That doesn't mean I haven't considered some labels. I've considered progressive masculist, I-feminist, humanist, equalist, anti-misandrist, anti-misogynist, but eventually I just chose to abandon labels for most intents and purposes. I mean, for the purpose of this video, I'm calling myself progressive masculist because that's a pretty good fit, but really, you can't shove me into a box. And for the purposes of this video, I'm also calling myself a masochist. Why? Well, it's not untrue. I am a masochist. It's just not my primary kink orientation. I'm a submissive first and a masochist second. So why am I calling myself the Masochist Masculist? Well, the doesn't know what she is submissive doesn't have such a nice ring to it. But not I, and not any human being, can be summed up in 2 words. So, without further ado, here's more of who I am. I'm someone who takes Taekwondo. I'm someone who likes surfing the internet. I'm a Yahoo Answers contributor, a troper, an anti-misandry.com contributor, and a FetLife kinkster. And I'm an avid Star Trek viewer. Really, I could sum that up in one word: geek. So what can you expect from this show in the future? Hopefully it has a future. Well, as I'm an anti-misandry contributor, a troper, and I call myself the Masochist Masculist, you've probably figured out that you can expect gender wank. I could write a book about my gender views, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna link you to the book I've already written. Just kidding, it's a Yahoo Answers post. Yeah. Anyway, under the umbrella of gender issues, there is lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender issues, which I'm also going to try and cover. I'm going to talk about other stuff too: media, writing, poetry, philosophy, and some lighter stuff like Star Trek, make some parodies and jokes about various things in life, and I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how to take over the world. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll also try to have some award segments on here, like a joke award for the most egregious logical fallacies I can find, and a real award for activism done right. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to the first ever Activism Done Right Awards. Woo! This one goes out to both the feminist and the men's rights movement. What do they have in common? Well, as I've said before, they have more in common than you think. But the main thing they have in common is the fact that they focus on evolution, not revolution. They use the resources that society provides them to change the system from within the system. They don't revolt against the system and cause social instability. So feminists, MRAs, while I may rag on one or both of your movements at some points in time, I just want to give this shout out to you. You are exemplary of what a liberal society will allow. When's the last time you heard of a revolution against a liberal society rather than against a conservative society, after all? A liberal society allows people to express their views in a way that's non-violent by allowing them alternatives. So who does this Activism Done Right award really go to? The good old US of A and all the states and countries that espouse its same values. Thank you, and good night.